magic, a world of wonder and enchantment. Special guest star, Ricky Schroeder. Special magical guest, Marie Osmond. You are wonderful. Good evening. And welcome to my world of magic, where the incredible is credible, the unimaginable is imaginable, and of course, the impossible is not only possible, it's probable. In the last year since we got together to share with the wonders of magic, I've been busy dreaming new and exciting ways of stimulating your imagination, and mine too, and I've come up with a profusion of illusions to dazzle and delight you. 6 of these illusions have never, ever been seen before on television, including this little production right here. How about that? Woo! Look! This is little Charlie. Hello, little Charlie. There we go. Thank you. I found him in the yellow page. We're building a little magical house here. Here we go. Let's see what we can make in our little magical house. Hello there. It's little Munchkin. Hi, little baby. Smile at the camera. This is how Boomer started out. Yeah. Woo. Hey. Woo. If you have an apartment about this size and you're looking for a pet to fit right in, I think that I have just the thing for you. And here he is right now. Hello there. How are you? Yeah. It's Kindu. Don't disappear now, because we'll be right back with even more wonders to astound and confound you. And of course, a couple of surprise guests and a brand new version of the famous Indian rope trick. Hi, Kindu. Magician has a talented young assistant to help him with his magic. They're usually blonde and very charming. And I'm extremely lucky to have an assistant who meets all these qualifications. Assistant.
Hi.
Hey. How you doing?
Hey, everybody. You're called, old great master.
Don't overdo it now. I know you only took this job so that you could learn how to be a great magician.
That and to meet Marie Osmond.
Anyway, I've seen you've already done your first assignment. You selected these 12 volunteers who are going to help us in this next illusion.
I did. Now what are you going to do?
Well, this time I've really set up an impossible set of circumstances. You can see that underneath this thin table, there's absolutely nothing but air. Surrounding the table is a ring of lights. And resting on the table is a cloth that can be moved up and down by these wires, just like that. And standing behind the table with a completely clear view of everything are my 12 volunteers. Would all you guys like to hold hands, okay? Just come on in here a little closer, all together, and hold hands. Now, Ricky, I'd like you to get in the circle, too, and hold hands with this young man, and don't let anything get by you, whatever, okay?
Nothing will get by me.
Okay, in ancient times, people believed that words had the power to accomplish miracles. I know 2 words that are magic to everyone in the entertainment world. And those 2 words are Shields and Yarnell. 1, 2! Hey!
Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Robert Shields, and this is Lorene Yarnell. You know, Doug hardly gives you any notice on this show. He said, be here on the count of 3. That's what he said, and it's a good thing, you know, because we could have been in the shower when he called, you know. Anyway, I think, you know, a good host should at least stick around and greet his guests. But he'll probably be around here somewhere. He probably got hung up somewhere, you know. Hey! Woo! Woo!
But I missed the 9 o'clock period.
Hey, that's a pretty classy entrance. We're really impressed.
Well, thank you.
So am I. I know him personally.
Boy, I'd like to thank you both for coming tonight. And of course, we're going to see you later in somewhat different form during the puppet segment, right? But right now, would you mind escorting the volunteers back to their seats?
All except 3, oh great wizard. We need 3 volunteers for the next segment.
Whatever you say, oh little wizard. Listen, Ricky, you pick your 3 and we'll take the rest.
Radio.
Okay.
Hey, kids, hi, what's your name? Hi, Brian, you go sit over there, okay? What's your name? Hi, Matt, you sit right over there. And hi, what's your name? Hi, Jennifer, sit right down there, right about there, okay?
What's next on the agenda, oh Prince of Deception?
This is what we call close-up magic, sometimes referred to as the poetry of magic. Everything is done right before your eyes. Very kind of small. The camera comes in real close. Ricky, would you like to take those cards and just give them a shuffle? Warm them up good for me, okay? Now, like all the illusions in this show, we never use any electronic gimmicks or television technology. We just use illusionary magic. Now, we're going to do some wonderful things with these playing cards that Ricky has successfully dropped all over the floor. Thank you, Ricky. Now, Jennifer, we have to find out if all the cards are there. Would you like to help me count them? Are you ready? Go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 51, 52. Did you get 52? Good, they're all there. Now, Jennifer, these are trained cards. Whatever I call for, it just hops out of the deck. The 4 of diamonds. Look, the 4 of diamonds hops out of the deck. But I'd like you kids to help me train them a little bit further. I'd like you to each think of a playing card, okay? Just get one in your mind, and I want you to shout out the name as loudly as you can, okay? Jennifer first, would you like to name a card?
5 of diamonds.
The 5 of diamonds. You remember that now? Don't forget, okay? Let's go over here to Brian. Would you like
4
to...
of clubs.
The 4 of clubs. The 5 of diamonds and 4 of clubs. And Matt, have you got one?
3 of spades.
The 3 of spades. Those are 3 very eminent cards. Now, keep those cards on your minds. Whatever you do, don't forget them, because we're going to do a real miracle with your cards here. Now, besides the cards, I also use this little wine glass. Good old clear wine glass. Make sure it's polished. The cards go right down inside of the glass, and we're about to do a very strange thing. Now, Jennifer, the first thing I'd like you to do is just name your card, okay? We'll put the glass right down here and name the card. Shout it out very loudly, okay?
5 of diamonds.
The 5 of diamonds. 5 of diamonds, rise. There it did. It popped right out of the pack. Isn't that amazing? Okay, let's try a second card. A second card. Now, who thought of that? Brian, would you like to name a card now?
4 of clubs.
The 4 of clubs. Slowly. The 4 of clubs. Rise. That's incredible. How about that? And the last card. Now, who thought of the last card? That was Matt, right? Now, Matt, I don't want you to name your card this time. Just think of it, okay? Form an impression in your mind. Here we go. Rise. Look at that. Is this your card, Matt? It sure is. Rise again. And that's a miracle with a pack of playing cards. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Woo! Thank you. I love doing magic with cards. And years ago, a famous gambler was talking about cards. And he said to me, if you play it right, there's money in cards. Now, I had no idea what I meant until one day I was leafing through the pack here, kind of running it along like this, and I had somebody select 2 cards. Matt, would you like to say stop anywhere you like?
Stop.
Right there? Okay, good. Matt, look, you said stop at the 6 of spades and the 7 of spades. That's amazing. 2 cards almost the same. Now, I'm going to take the 7 of spades and the 6 of spades, and I put them together like that, and I kind of rub them together. And look, a very unusual thing happened. A silver dollar. I couldn't believe it. I could hardly believe my good fortune. So I tried it again with just 1 card this time. I took the card and I folded it in half like that. And then I ripped it right where it was in half. And I put the 2 half cards together and I rubbed them together again. And look, another silver dollar. I thought I was really onto something, so I got a little overconfident. I thought I could make money twice as fast by taking just half a card and ripping that in half and using just a quarter of a card. Now, as you can see, that's pretty impossible because a quarter of a card isn't even big enough to cover a silver dollar. I ripped the half card in half, and I put the 2 halves together like that. And look. Rub them together. I don't believe it. Another silver dollar. So I keep trying this all the time, and I guess that old gambler was correct. There is money in cards.
What if you're unlucky at cards? Is there a safer way to make money?
Well, you've all heard the expression, he's got money to burn, right? Well, I haven't got that kind of money, but with a little bit of luck, I can make some money the hard way. With this little tiny piece of tissue paper and a little fire. All we do is we light the candle. Fire is always magical. Watch. How about that? It's not cold cash, but it sure is real. Jennifer, would you like to reach inside there? Yeah, find that and make sure it's absolutely real, okay? Good. How'd that look good? Okay, drop it back in. It sure is real. Now, there's money all around in the air, but the money doesn't have to come from thin air. Sometimes it can come from thin ears. And look, Brian, did you know that you had a nose for money? Hey! And Jennifer, look, you have some magic shoes. You know what you have, young man? You have a treasure chest. I feel there's money everywhere in the air this evening. Let's go down in the audience and see what I can find. Hi there, folks. How are you doing? Did you know you have something in your ear? Look. There's a 50-cent piece. Hi there, young lady. You're real cute. Look. There's something behind your ear. It's a coin. Hi there. A magical shoe. Put it right out here. Right underneath your shoe is another 50-cent piece. Hi there. Look. There's a coin behind your ear. And look at little cutie. There's one behind your ear, too. I think there's one right there in the camera. Hi there. Would you like to stand up, please? Just stand up. Yeah, I need your help. Come on over here real close to me, okay? Do you really have a good imagination? Yeah. Okay, good. Reach into the air. No, reach into the air. Grab a coin and drop it in the bucket. Good. Reach into another coin. Reach up in the air, grab another coin. Put that in your pocket as payment for helping me. Thank you very much. Hi there. Would you like to stand up, please? Now, hold on to this bucket very tightly with one hand. Raise your arm like that. Till over here. Look, you're a human slot machine. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. We'll be right back with Marie Osmond, Shields and Yarnell, and my right-hand man, Ricky Schroeder. Well, Ricky, how do you like being a magician's assistant?
It's great, O King of Sleight of Hand. I'm learning so many things that'll come in handy later on in life.
Like what?
Like Marie Osmond's phone number. I have no use for it now, but someday watch out.
While we've got a moment here alone, is there anything else you'd like to know?
About Marie?
No, about magic.
Yes, there is. I know you got lots of beautiful props that you take from show to show, but I don't know how you pack them.
Well, we have these very strong wooden packing cases.
How come I've never seen them?
Well, that's because we keep the cases inside the illusions.
How can you have a case for the something inside the something it's supposed to be a case for?
Well, we do that in case the case in which we're encasing something with is taken, in which case we have to take our case to court in order to get our case back.
I'm sorry I asked.
Well, instead of me telling you about it, why don't I show you? Look, here's one of the packing cases right now. As you notice, it's completely empty. That's because it's not encasing anything right now. Put it back on and I'll kind of show you how it works. There we go. Now, there's a real magical secret to keeping the cases inside the illusions. And the secret is the illusions and the cases have to be exactly the same size.
This is crazy.
Not that crazy. Look, let me show you the illusion. This is one of my very beautiful rainbow-type illusions. And as you can see, the illusion is completely empty also. Now I'm going to show you how we can pack the whole thing. If you can just help me pick up the top here, we'll put it away. Good. Notice how the illusion fits right down inside of the case.
Oh.
There we go.
Box is for?
Well, that's easy enough. That's the seclusion illusion.
Oh, what's supposed to happen?
Well, why don't you ask Marie? All right.
Hello. Hi. How did you do that?
You're not supposed to ask that, but I can tell you, it was definitely an inside job.
Well, then, I'm going to get inside and study this very carefully so I can get to work on my own illusion.
Okay, you do that.
Okay. We'll see you later, Ricky, okay?
If not, call in a couple of years.
You know, Doug, Ricky isn't the only one who's fascinated by all this magic stuff.
Oh.
I would give anything to be able to do what you do.
Well, the basis of all things is a belief in the unbelievable.
Is that all it takes?
Well, no, but it's a good place to start. Just think to yourself, we must believe in magic. We must believe in the guiding hand.
And if I believe in magic?
You'll have the universe at your command. Look, I'll teach you. What I'd like you to do is just use your imagination and make believe that you can let go of the candle and it will remain suspended in midair.
Dag, I believe that you can do that, but there is no way I can.
Sure you can. Come on, have faith. Faith can move mountains.
Yeah, sure.
And candles, too. Give it a try.
We must believe in magic. We must believe in the guiding hand. If you believe in magic, you have the universe at your command. your command. Here is the crew bound for Alpha Centauri. All dreamers and poets and clowns. Bold is the ship bound for Alpha Centauri. Oh, nothing can turn it around.
You're doing so well, Marie, it's just a matter of time before you can go out on your own.
No, I don't think I'll be ready for this for quite a while.
Don't be so modest. You have the makings of a great magician.
Hey, listen,
And I-
let's get through this trick first and we'll see what happens.
Okay, I've got just the illusion for you later on in the show, okay?
Okay. Okay, Doc. Well, here we go.
There we go. Now's the hardest part, Marie. It requires a very strong belief on your part. Can you believe that strongly?
I guess so.
Ready?
Yes.
All right. Woo! Hey! Woo!
We must believe in the guiding hand. And if you believe in magic, you've got the universe at your
What are you doing now, Ricky?
I thought I'd get a head start on you and learn the Indian rope trick before you did it.
Well, that's very commendable. How are you coming along?
Great. I got 2/3 of it locked in already. I have the Indian rope. Now all I have to do is figure out the trick part, and I'll be all set.
Well, I have to admire your attitude, but while you're working at that, I'm going to do a little night magic.
Night magic. What's the difference between night magic and day magic?
You're kidding. Why, they're as different as night and day. Things come alive under the cover of darkness.
You mean like ghosts and ghouls and goblins?
No, I mean inanimate objects, like that rope you have, or pedestals, picture frames, even puppets. Watch closely as we transform the stage into a magical puppet shop. I'm going to go back here and join my friends. It's nighttime, and wonderful things are about to happen. Well, remember before the show, I handed a sack out to somebody in the audience. Who has that sack? There's
sure
a gentleman
do.
right there. Could you bring that right up here, please? Hello, sir. What's your name?
Bob Lewis.
Hi, Bob. How are you doing? Ricky,
fine.
you don't have to worry about your seat getting cold, because Ricky's going to go down there and keep it warm, okay? You go right down to his seat.
Jobs.
Remember, all great magicians had to start at the bottom. Well, what was your name again?
Bob Lewis.
Bob. How are you doing, Bob?
Okay.
Okay, you've been examining this sack, right? And you found
Yeah.
out that it's a long strip of cloth sewn up both sides. It
Yes.
only has one opening. That's the opening right here. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, before I do this, I'm going to give you back the sack, but I'd like you to take off your sports jacket, okay, Bob?
Okay.
I think we should be about the same size here. There, examine the sack once more. Perfect fit. Okay, here we go, Bob, the old sack escape. Where's the opening? This is how it starts. I just get into the sack. La-di-da. There we go. I really get into my work here. Yes, we go. Into the sack. Now, you notice, Bob, I'm pulling the sack up right over my head. Now, this is to show you, I'd like you to walk around the sack once more. I want you to see that it's absolutely solid on all sides. You notice how I'm poking on it, Bob? That's to show you that it is completely solid. Boy, it's dark in here. Yeah, notice how I'm poking and making sure it's solid. Good. Okay. Now, you're probably wondering what this is all about, Bob. It's a wonderful illusion. You're going to see it now, okay? It's the great sack escape. Now, the girls are raising the sack up over my head, and they're going to tie the opening very tightly with this piece of white muslin. You may be interested in this sack. It actually comes from New York, from Sack Fifth Avenue. I'm glad I'm in the sack when I said that. Boy. Okay, but they're tying it really tightly there in tight little knots. I hope you're watching very closely. Good. Now, Bob, I'd like you to take your left hand and hold on to the sack right at the top, okay? Try not to block the whole thing from the audience. Move over a little bit. Now, hold it very high, and whatever happens, Bob, don't let go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Pick it up. Woo! Look at this. You notice, Bob, the sack is still tied. Look at that. And there is something inside, Bob. Would you like to reach down in there and see what's in there? Wonder what it is. There, get right down in there. Look at that. It's your sports jacket. Let's give Bob a nice hand, ladies and gentlemen. Bob, you can take this back to your seat and examine it very closely. Thank you for helping. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for, the fantastic Indian rope trick.
Did I hear somebody say the Indian rope trick? Am I too late?
No, you're just in time. This is probably the most famous illusion in magic, yet practically no one has ever seen it done. Historically, it goes back hundreds of years to the time of Marco Polo.
That was before my time.
I know, but this is your time now, and I want you to watch very closely as we prepare to do the Indian rope trick.
I'll do anything you say, as long as I don't have to climb that rope.
You ready, Ricky? Now we're going to take the rope, and we're going to coil it down here inside of the basket. It just kind of goes right around in there. While I'm doing this, maybe you can get the top and throw the top on. As we get ready for the Indian rope trick. Now, you notice the top has a little hole. That's so the rope can come up. Are you ready? Here we go. Ooh. Up. Do you want to see it go higher?
Sure do.
Okay, here it goes. Woo!
Look at that.
Now I'm going to climb the rope.
Be careful.
If you think that was something, watch this. Ready, set, go!
tell everybody you're the best magician in the world. I'll work for you for nothing. I'll even give you Marie Osmond's phone number. Come back, Doug.
Just as magical things can happen during a dark night, there are an equal number of wonders that appear when the sun comes out. For making this truly an evening full of wonder. Marie Osmond! Hey, Marie! Thank you! You're a very magical person. Thank you very much. Isn't he wonderful? My special guest, Shields and Yarnell! Hey! Thank you, you guys are great. And my very wonderful magical assistant, Ricky Schroeder! Dancers! Thank you. In our everyday lives, we often forget about the magic that's inside of us and in the universe that's all around us. And that's why we magicians are here, to kind of renew our sense of wonder for all this real magic. If you live with this feeling of wonder, your life will always be filled with joy. Thank you, and good night.
With Doug's magical guests, Bruce Jenner, the beautiful Ann Jillian, delightful Cherish Alexander, the fabulous Los Angeles Rams cheerleaders, a special guest appearance by Mr. Billy Crystal, and featuring a magical narrative by Orson Welles. gentlemen, your host, Doug Henning.
Thank you, and welcome to my world of magic. I'm so glad you could all join me, because tonight marks a fulfillment of a long-time dream. I know we all have dreams that we keep hidden in some secret place in our hearts, and magicians are no different from the rest of us in that respect. My dream is in the shape of a house, a wonderful, magical house, where the improbable is possible, and the impossible is probable. It may be a dream house, but for tonight, it is very real, and I want you all to share it with me. A house, even a dream house, needs some guests to share the hospitality, and we have 3 of the nicest people I've ever met. First, Miss Ann Gillian. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm so happy you're going to be with me in my dream house.
Well, thank you, so am I. Any place where I don't have to do dishes is a dream house to me. Thanks for the invite.
Thanks, Ann. My next guest is Mr. Bruce Jenner. Hi, Bruce. Welcome to the dream house.
Well, thank you. I would not have missed this for the Olympics. I don't know about that, but I wouldn't miss it for anything else.
Now our third guest, Miss Mini World, the delightful Cherish Alexander. Hi there, Cherish. How are you? I'm especially glad that you could be with us because children can appreciate dream houses probably better than anyone else.
I think you're right.
Now that we're all together here, I think it's time to proceed to my magic house. And remember, all my magic is illusion. We never use any camera trickery. Follow me, please. This is a living room of my magical dream house. And this is a person who makes living so magical for me, my wife, Debbie. Hi, come on in. Come on in, folks. Sit down. Make yourselves comfortable. Now, everything in a magic house happens the same as it does in an ordinary house, only with a lot less effort. While we're here, we'll visit a number of rooms. This one, the room of magic of the future, the room of magic of the past, and a place hidden behind doors that have never been opened.
What's behind this door?
Oh, you happen to pick one of those doors. Come on over here and sit down, Cherish, and relax, make yourselves comfortable. Maybe I can get somebody some refreshment, some lemonade, perhaps?
I think I'd like some chocolate milk.
Were you sure you wouldn't like some lemonade?
No, I like chocolate milk.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
That's a very good idea. I think I'll have some chocolate milk, too.
The lemonade's terrific, Ann.
Yeah, but the chocolate milk is even better. I'd like some, too.
How about you, Debbie? Some nice lemonade?
No, nothing for me, thanks. I'll just watch.
Oh, thanks a lot. Well, here goes. A little glass and a lot of chocolate milk. You've heard of the miracle of the loaves and the fishes, right?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have quite the same ring with chocolate milk, but it still would be a miracle to me if I could do it. Watch. It's a little bigger glass here. Wow. Now I maybe have enough for, I don't know, 1.5 people. Let's see if I can make some more. Ah, now I think I have enough for Cherish and Ann. And you wanted some too, right, Bruce? Let's see what I can do about that. A very big pitcher full here. Great. Now, with a big pitcher, let's see now. I have a small little glass here. Should be just about right for Cherish. There you go. And Ann. A little larger glass for you.
Thank you.
That's
Some
fantastic,
nice chocolate milk.
Thanks.
And, Bruce. There's one for you. You like the chocolate milk?
I love the chocolate milk, but on second thought, I think I'm going to have the lemonade.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just kidding. This is great.
Really, yeah, but here's looking at you. Even if I was looking at you, I never would have saw how that was done anyway. But...
It's magic. Remember, this is a magical house, and anything in it can become magical if you just believe.
You mean, this apple's magical?
Ah, I can do a very magical illusion with that apple. But first, Debbie, can I borrow your handkerchief, please? Yeah, I can
Sure.
put that down, Cherish. There we go. Okay, Anne, I'd like you to take this handkerchief, and so that you'll recognize it when you see it again, perhaps you could just sign it right across the top of the handkerchief there.
No autographs, please. Just kidding.
Okay, you just take the pen, write your name right across there, and so we'll recognize the handkerchief when we see it again. There we go. I'm going to do something so miraculous, I want you to all know the handkerchief. There we go. I can recognize that. That's your signature. Okay. Now, here we go with the apple. Bruce, I'm just going to take the apple and this little apple core here. I'm not going to core the apple. I'm going to put the core right through the center of the apple and make kind of a hole right through there like that.
You know, speaking of apples, I used to work at a ballet company where the director was so mean to the girls.
Really? Oh, really?
Yeah. Really? It was rotten to the core.
Not even magic can help that joke. Here, Cherish, you hold on to that. Now, there's the magic scarf. The first thing we're going to do is take the little apple here. Don't eat it. Good. Put it right down there. You can see the hole right through the center. And I'm going to fold it up into a little package. Now, Anne, you hold on to the napkin, hold it up in the air like that. And now I'm going to get to the second part. This is the part I put the handkerchief in a safe place so that I won't lose it. La-di-da-di-da-da. Get it all down in there. Watch. It's gone. But there's an old magician's expression that says, a wrapped apple gathers no handkerchiefs. But sometimes even a magician can be surprised. Look, we'll just rip off the napkin here. Hold on to the apple, Cherish. And look. Is that your signature? Is that your handkerchief? That sure is. You can hold on to that. And I'm going to give Bruce and Cherish here part of an apple. You just enjoy that, okay?
That's totally amazing, but can you do it with a grape?
Well, only if you have a very short name. Did you know that in every house there is an object that is very magical?
Really? What is it?
It's a mirror. A mirror gives you a very perfect illusion. But the thing about mirrors is that the objects reflected in them are just that. They're just illusions. But in my magical house, I can make those illusions become reality.
I think you've been drinking too much of your chocolate milk.
No, it's true. Come with me over to this mirror. Let's start with these pieces of a magazine. Now, we all know that magazines make money, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't think there's ever been a magazine that can make money like this. Watch. Look at that.
I'm impressed.
Well, thank you. Now, Anne, if you just hold this money up to the mirror, I'll show you how you can double your capital without moving a muscle. All we need is a solid plate glass mirror right here. Now, I'm going to try to grab the reflection right off the mirror. Watch.
And to think I used to read magazines when I could have been cutting them up and making a fortune.
Unfortunately, it only works in a magic house. But let's see what other wonders are reflected here. The next thing we need is a beautiful magical candle. I just light it, blow on the... And look at that. Changes into a beautiful flower for you. Now, with the magical candle, we can do many mysteries, the first one of which is to pass a solid flame right through the silk handkerchief, leaving it completely unharmed. Anne, you take the candle, hold it right there. I'm going to try to catch the flame right down here in the mirror. They say that things look better by candlelight. If that be the case, now things should look twice as good. Don't you think? Now, I've got an ordinary piece of paper, Anne. Right here.
Nothing you have is ordinary.
Perhaps you're right, but in a magic house, a piece of paper can become a beautiful bird. Look, in the twinkling of an eye.
Yeah, I see that.
Certainly, but you realize, of course, that this bird is just made of paper, correct? It can't really do the things that real birds do.
Why not? I thought you said this was a magical house and anything is possible.
Well, almost anything, but I can't make a paper bird fly, but perhaps this is the next best thing. Watch as I again try to peel the reflection right off the mirror. Oh, look at that. Hello there, my little friend. How are you doing? There are a lot more wonders to behold in the room of the future, so don't wander off.
Is the room of the future behind an open door?
Well, we'll get to that later, but right now let's get ready to leap through time.
I'm ready.
So am I.
I think I'll stay here for a while. Where'd you put that magazine? I want to stay here and cut myself up a fortune.
Doug Henning's World of Magic will return after these messages.
Oh, 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 ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie. They forever go together with a classic combination. When a dark, delicious cookie meets an icy cold sensation like the one and only creamy, crunchy chocolate Oreo. Keeps your milk from getting lonely. Oh, 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 the one and only
Oreo and Oreo with double stout from Nabisco.
Hey, guys.
What's this, AIM?
That's not AIM, it's new AIM Mint.
AIM Mint sounds pretty fancy.
Hey, this is serious stuff. It's got fluoride like AIM, and it's clinically proven to reduce cavities.
Uh-huh.
And besides, I like the mint taste. And so does Susan.
Susan?
Introducing AIM Mint. Same great cavity-fighting formula with a fresh mint taste. Now there are 2 ways to take aim against cavities. AIM Regular and new AIM Mint.
We now return to Doug Henning's World of Magic.
This is my room of the future. And one of the things that we see here is man's ability to bend the laws of nature to his own will. Sit down here, please, and I'm going to show you some futuristic close-up magic. Now, one of the first laws of nature that we learn is that solids cannot go through solids, right?
Right.
And another one is that 2 objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time.
Well, hold it. Have you ever been to the New York subway at rush hour?
You've got a point there. But aside from that, let me show you how we make our own rules in the room of the future with these 2 decks of cards. Now, you'll notice that these 2 decks of cards occupy the same space at the same time, this center section here. Let's have a look. First, we have a blue pack of cards. Just going to run through here, and we'll just show you some of the blue cards. Now, I'd like to show you that the red deck is occupying exactly the same space. This center section here. Let's have a look now at the red pack of cards. Okay, how about that? Good. Now, Bruce, I'm going to take this shuffled pack of cards, and I'd like you to just select any one of the 52 cards as we go along here. Just reach out there and grab any one you want. You want that one. Okay, I'd like you to look at that and show the camera right up there. Show the people at home so they can remember, too. You got that, folks? Okay. Now, Bruce, I'd like you to take your card and just drop it right anywhere you want. Right there. That'll do. Good. Now, when I pulled the red deck out of the box, one of the blue cards kind of snuck along with it. So there's one blue card in this red deck. Let's find the blue card. La-ti-da, there it is right there. Now, Bruce, wouldn't it be amazing if this blue card matched the card you just selected? What was the name of the card?
7 of hearts.
Look at that. The 7 of hearts. Isn't that amazing? Now, Cherish, I want you to select a card now. Let's see if you can do some magic, too. I'm just going to run through the deck here. Say stop anywhere.
Stop.
Right there? Look, you said stop right at the 2 of hearts. Now, in the world of the future, we can bend the laws of nature. Watch as I take the card that Bruce just looked at, and I change it miraculously at the 2 of hearts. That's kind of some magic from the future here. Now, I'd like to show you something else very miraculous. We need one more card. In fact, we'll take 2 right here to do this. We have the 5 of clubs and the Queen of clubs, okay? Now, I'm going to take the 5 of clubs and fold it kind of lengthwise, back out like that, okay? And then I'm going to take the old Queen of clubs and fold it sort of widthwise like that. Now, the Queen of clubs goes right down inside of the 5 of clubs, okay? And then we take the whole thing and we turn it over. We have kind of a tunnel with the Queen of clubs, and the 5 of clubs is going to slide right through the tunnel. Watch, here's what happens. I just take the 5 of clubs and I push it slowly through, look. Look, the 5 of clubs has turned over. And it now is the reverse way. Look, I'll push it through again. And now they both face the same way again. Now, for a little finale, we're going to only push the 5 of clubs halfway through. Look. Aha. Now the 5 of clubs is half face in and half face out. Hey! Now I'd like to show you one of my favorite little illusions with this 5 of clubs. I'm going to rip it into 4 little pieces here, okay? And we'll assemble the pieces right down here on the table. There we go. Cherish, why don't you move those cards? Hold on to those like that. Now, the only other thing I use besides these 4 little pieces are these little blue pieces of paper. Now, I'm going to magically have the 4 pieces of the 5 of clubs assemble under one of these little cards as I cover them in different ways. I can cover them like that, or like that. Watch. Here goes the first little piece. Did you see that? Look. It went right over there. Not only did it join the other piece, but it actually fused itself onto it. You like that, Cherish? Let's try it again, this time with this piece. Don't worry, it's still there. Here we go. Did you see it go? Well, it did, look. There it is. Now I'm gonna do this once more. Here we go. Cover up the last little piece, and look, it's gone. 5 of clubs, all in one piece. Well, thank you. Now, Bruce, I'd like you to take this card, and I've got another one down here. I'd like you to do exactly what I'm going to do, okay? Take the card and fold it in half, just like this, in a little kind of a package. There we go. Level it out. Now, I'd like you to tear the center of the card out, just along here. You're going to make kind of a little ring with the card. There we go. Just tear down here. Found out I could do some very great magic with rings of cards. Aha. There we go. And just tear the center out, and we'll be in business. Got it. We got it. Okay. Now just take the center and put it down on the table because you only need the little ring that we have made. Do you have a ring that looks something like that?
I hope so.
Open it up. Okay, good. Now I'd like you to fold it lengthwise and put it down on the table because we're going to do a miracle with your little ring of a card. You got it?
Got it.
Okay. Now what we should have is, like I said, two little rings, 2 little card frames. Now I'm going to put your little frame right down inside of my little frame and fold it once, just like that. Okay. Now, if I just fold it again, you're about to see a miracle that you will remember as long as you live. Watch. We just move it down here to the bottom. And look. Blow on it, Cherish. Amazingly enough, you can see that your card has linked magically right onto mine. And there's absolutely no breaks in the cards. And Bruce, you can keep that, check it every 10 years or so and see that they're still linked. You'll continue to be amazed.
Well, I've learned not to doubt you, that's for sure.
Thank you. Now, Bruce, if you'd be so kind to take this table from the future, past the present, back into the past, which was a present when the present was a future. I'd still appreciate it.
Oh, wait a second. How's that again?
That way.
That's what I thought. You see, that's magic talk. And when you get a little bit older, you'll understand it, too.
Is that all the magic in the future room?
Not at all. I'm going to show you some wonderful sights that will amaze you for years and years. These are the celestial spinning rings. Just like the orbits of the planets, they circle constantly without any means of apparent propulsion.
What keeps them going like that?
Faith. Now watch what happens. picture with me. How'd you make out with the magazine?
Well, I cut them up just like you did, and I think I can make a fortune if I can just find someone who wants to buy a lot of cut-up magazines.
Forget that. Now I'd like you to help assist me in a remarkable exhibition of futuristic wonder. Would you like that?
Sure, why not?
Okay, here they come. As we all know, that a solid cannot pass through a solid. But here in the world of the future, all rules are suspended. And here is something else that is suspended. Look, the big solid disc. Now, this is where you come in. This machine is designed to accommodate this solid disc. It kind of slides right through the center here. I plan to place a young lady on this table and move the disc straight down through the center of the table, passing directly through her middle.
And if I pass go, do I get $200?
No, but what will happen is that a solid will actually pass through a solid right before your eyes. What do you think of that?
I think it's wonderful, especially if I'm not the solid it passes through.
Okay, you help me with the table, and Nancy will do the other part. Here we go.
Hey.
Okay, Nancy, you take off your gloves, and I'll get the shoes here. There we go. Good. Now, she lies right down here on the operating table.
Uh-oh.
Good. Okay, now we're just going to place these little boxes over her body here. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Let's move it into position. Lower the disc.
Lower the disc.
Right through solid. Okay, Ann, let's revolve the table here.
Okay.
Good. And we'll have a look inside these boxes. This is one of my favorite parts. How are you doing there, Nancy? Terrific. Let's have a look at this end. Why don't you go around the other end and we'll show the people the table all the way around.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. There we go. We have indeed passed a solid right through a solid. Hey! Okay, and we're going to play catch.
Oh.
Here it comes. You ready?
Yep.
You did that so well.
Thank you.
Okay, now here comes an exciting part. Okay, we're going to separate her. Here we go. Hello there. Okay, let's put her back together again. There we go. Let's close the doors. Okay, just turn around. Just like this. Let's see if the operation's been a success. Congratulations.